Alright, what's up YouTube? It's been a little while since I did a stable diffusion video. Um, Previously I did a bunch of videos on Amuse and how to use that. Unfortunately, Amuse is pretty much obsolete now. But fortunately there's been a replacement, Diffuse. It's gonna look and feel very similar to Amuse if you're familiar with Amuse. It's made by the same guy, so it's gonna look and feel just the same as Amuse basically, but it is a different software. They're totally different things. So Amuse was Onyx based, and so that has a bunch of pros. But one of the cons of being Onyx based is that it uses compiled models, and so what that means is that you can't change the weights on the fly or do any fine tuning or apply LoRa's or any of that kind of cool stuff that people sort of expect to be able to do these days with Stable Diffusion. And so Diffuse, instead of working on it on Onyx, it works on diffusers, hence the name Diffuse. And so basically any model that works through diffusers should in theory work with Diffuse. And so Diffuse, it's like Amuse, it's just a very slick, friendly, like a easy, clean way to just do Stable Diffusion out of the box in Windows. Like it just works like Amuse. All right, so you're gonna have one-click download and install, and it's just out of the box. It's basically gonna work. You don't have to, like, if you're like me, you don't like faffing around with all your Python dependencies and getting your environment working and just making, just figuring all that stuff out. Like it's not, even for people who are like technically inclined, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. And so that's what Diffuse is looking to tackle, is just being like, it's not as powerful as Comfy UI and some of the solutions out there, but it will just work. Like if you can use a computer, you can probably figure out how to use Diffuse. It's easy, it's clean, it's nice. So I'm not going to go too in depth on everything today. I'll do another video showing you how to download it and install it. And then I'll do other videos just going over each of the different tabs and each of the different features in depth, because they all essentially deserve their own videos in their own right. There's a lot to cover. So today I'm just going to stick to playing around in the image tab, show you what's what. And then yeah, I'll be back with other videos. So just like Amuse, it's currently got a small list of curated models. So in here, the green tick means it's just downloaded already. And then the only thing that other watch out for is this key icon. If it's got this key icon, it just means that you need to accept the terms of the license for the model and then authenticate that you've done that through your Hugging Face account. So I guess I'll show you how to do that now. So if I go into my settings, just to be clear, like when you're dealing with access tokens, normally you wouldn't want to publish this on a YouTube video or on the internet or share it with anyone anywhere. But I'm going to delete this access token after I've done. I've got a separate one saved that I won't show you guys. But this is just so you guys know how to do it. And then yeah, just don't share this with anyone. Keep this private, but you will need to do this to be able to access those specific models with the key icon. So if I go to my settings and I delete my access token and save that, when I go and try and load one of these, it's gonna say, hey, you need to accept the model terms and conditions. And so if you click that link, it'll take you to the model. I've already accepted it, but it would have a button here somewhere about saying, do you agree to the terms and conditions of using this model? And you just click accept. And then in order to authenticate through your Hugging Face account, basically you're going to go up here, you're going to go down to your access tokens, And then you're right there, Diesel. Hey, quiet. All right, on the bed, on the bed, on the bed. Good boy. All right, sorry about that. Yeah. So, yeah. You'll create a new token here, and it only needs read access. It doesn't need write access or anything, and you'll just call it something. I just called mine Diffuse. I'm going to call this Diffuse 3 because it's the third one I've made. I'll create that token. You're going to give me this token. You're going to copy that. And then you're going to go back into Diffuse. You're going to go to Settings, Hugging Face Access Token. You're going to paste that in there and you're going to hit Save Changes. And that's all you need to do, right? So I go back here, hit load. And now instead of complaining, it's just going to load. That's not too complicated. It's just you're accepting the license in terms of service for this specific model. Not all of them have them, but that is a thing you will encounter for the models that do have that little key icon. So we're just gonna wait for this to load. If you haven't downloaded the model already, like you'll hit load, it'll just start downloading the model, and then once it's downloading the model, it'll start creating the Python environment for you. Those are two things that will take a little bit of amount of time the first time it has to do it, but it only has to do it the first time, and then it won't be a problem going forward. So, yeah, it'll take however long it takes to download it, and then it'll take a little bit longer to create the Python environment, but only has to do that once, and then you're good to go. So I'm just gonna wait for this to finish downloading. I thought I already had it downloaded, but maybe it's just checking the files that I've already got there. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is all going to look really similar to Amuse. It's basically it works all the same way. It's just a different back end behind the scenes. So yeah, the most of this you will have seen before: text to image, image to image, image in paint, control net. Some of these would have been like models, but they've got their own specific tabs now. I'll go through each of them all, and then this image compose. This is completely new, but this is pretty cool. It's just like a real basic Photoshop type thing. So it's not nothing too fancy, but it lets you add layers. Do I have a separate image? So if I put that in there, all right, you can you know just real basic Photoshop stuff. Nothing too fancy, but you can add text and different layers and compose an image, um, and then use that to either just save it or put it into a further workflow. So that's pretty cool. Nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. And this wasn't in Amuse, so this is new. This is pretty cool. All right, so we'll go back here and check. No, it's still just verifying my model. I assume it's not actually downloading. One I already had downloaded, and two take longer than this, I think. I guess I'll pause the video and go. Wait, no, it's finished. It's finished. Never mind. All right, won't pause the video. I'll just get straight into it. So text to image. This is pretty straightforward. I covered out how to do all this in my old Amuse videos. But it's fun to play with. So let's see. We'll go poster artwork for a sports hyper vibrant orange and green neon colors, Grand Theft Auto art style. Nice simple prompt. You see I was playing around with it earlier. Get some good results. You hit generate and then boom. All right, that gave a whole bunch of noise, but you can edit this kind of stuff out or just keep trying different seeds until you find stuff you want. But like, honestly, for such a basic prompt, that's pretty cool. Like, I know that's actually kind of sick. You can fix all this AI slop up. You can don't have to leave it like that. But yeah, that's cool. And so yeah, all the same kind of features. Like if we go to image extract, we can now grab one of those images we just generated. I gotta load it first. All right, so chuck that in there, hit generate. It's gonna do its best to image extract. Did I choose the wrong thing? I did. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, no. So that's doing a soft edge depth map. I didn't realize I didn't select the thing I wanted to select, so RMGB, this is going to remove the background instead. Yeah, so you got different extraction methods. So you get a depth map, you get like a canny edge map. There's a couple of different options. You get a pose, open pose for control nets. What I meant to select the first time was this, remove backgrounds. So load that. And hit generate. It's going to do its best. Ooh, that did not do a good job. All right. Maybe it'll do a better job on that. Let's hang on. One of these. Which one of these didn't suck? Chuck that up. All right. See if it does a better job of this one. All right. It's not perfect. It did a better job. Still not perfect, but it did a way better job. So yeah, you can extract different features. Get a depth map. Use. Load that. I always got to remember to click load. Generate. So yeah, this is how you extract all your different features, and there's models for a couple of different things. And then you can upscale images as well. So I really like this picture. Gotta load it first. I always forget to load it. Yeah, so hang on. Which upscaler did I pick? One that I didn't have downloaded. But you see there, like, all you have to do, click load, and it's going to ask if you want to download it. I'll stick to one I've already got downloaded. So we'll go with this one. Hit load. Throw that up there. And so it's a 2048 by 2048. That should upscale it to what, 4096 by 4096. Yep, exactly. Cool. That's working. And then yeah, you've got all your other stuff like image to image. So to click load, throw that in there. Nope, throw that in there. And then I don't know, blue car, is this gonna work? Let's give it a go. Hit generate, let it do its thing. That's so cool. Yeah, that's silly. That's so silly how easily it does that. But that's so cool. Yeah, so that's your image to image. Image edit. I'll need to double check with Saddam what this tab does exactly. I've played with it, but I could be using it wrong. I don't actually know. So what I've done with this one is it seems to be quite good at filling in blank shit. So if I load the image edit and I throw in this one that has a blank background, and then just a car driving down the highway, it should, in my experience, if I'm even using this correctly, like somewhat content aware, try and fill this all in. So we'll see how it does. Yeah, so I think that's how you're supposed to use this tab. I will double check and I'll get back and I'll do a more in depth on this one when I actually know what this is. But I think this is what it's doing. It's supposed to do it. Like it's, I mean, that's pretty good. Did a pretty good job there. That's pretty cool. I just don't know if that's what it's actually meant to be doing. In Paint, very similar thing where actually, what's a better example? Just a horse. Oh, that's not what I meant to say. A horse. We just quickly generate a horse. I gotta load it again. I always forget to click load. Generate. Just to use an example for image in Paint. So now if we load that, oh, my music stopped playing. There we go. Put that back on in the background so it's less boring. Wait, why did I load a stable diffusion XL? That's not what I meant to do. Wait for it. We have better models? Yeah, fuck it. Let's try Schnell. Taking this time. Cool, that's ready. All right, so now I'll throw my, yeah, I don't want to make it a mask. I want to make it an image. So I throw my horse in there and then I can draw my mask. So let's say a woman riding a horse, right? And then we'll need a mask. So we draw our mask and whereabouts, let's see. So she'd probably be like hairish, right? Probably, and then maybe like some reins or something. I don't know. We'll give it like that to work with. It's not the best artist in the world. All right, we'll try that. See what it gives us. Hit generate. That did not work at all. Do we just need a bad seed? Try again. Some models work real well at some things and don't at others. Looks like Schnell's struggling with in paint. Maybe we'll try Quinn. Hit load. This is mess. This is not it. A lot of this is just trial and error, you know, just throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. You know, sometimes you're just using the wrong model, sometimes you just need a better seed. You know, there's a lot of just cherry picking your results really when it comes to stable diffusion. Like you see a lot of people posting pictures and videos and people are like, wow, and what you don't see in the background is just hours of that person tweaking prompts, changing seeds, trying different models. Just, you know, it's very rarely that you just go, I want an image of whatever, and the AI spits out something that's perfect. You know what I mean? It's not there yet. It's getting real good, but we're not there yet. So we'll try Quinn, see if that does any better. Go generate. That's a lot better. It's not perfect, but that's way better than what we were getting with Schnell. So yeah, like I say, sometimes you just try to do something with a certain model and it's not gonna figure it out. So just, yeah, change things, tweak it, play it around. You know, it is what it is. But that's heaps better than this nonsense. So yeah, that's image in paint, pretty basic, pretty simple. Control net, we already covered a little bit. So what have we got? Control net image, that's what we want. So let's say go, oh no, we'll go depth, load it, wait for it to download. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. if you've done any of this stuff in Amuse, this will be, it's all very similar anyway. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to download. Yeah, that's not going to take too long. Alright, so that's loaded. I'm going to throw it my depth map. Do I need anything else? A car. Is that going to work just like that? Image must be passed. Okay, I'm probably doing this wrong. Maybe I'll come back and do this one in a more in-depth video, because I'm clearly doing something wrong here. Is it in here? Depth, load. Does that need a depth map and an image map? And an image? No, not that one. Wait, where did my depth map go? Where did it go? Wasn't it just there? Where did this go? I was just looking at it. Did I accidentally delete it? Did I accidentally click the trash button? I might have clicked the trash button. Okay. Well then, frick. Hang on, image extract. Depth. Let's just do that again. Load that. Generate that. Then we've got it back down here. I must have accidentally deleted it. So we'll go control net image. Not that one. Control net. Ready. No, not that one. Did it delete again? Is it gaslighting me? What is happening? Hang on. Image extract. Generate. There it is. Control net. Did I click it twice? Did I just delete it twice? Am I gaslighting myself? Crazy. Alright, let's try this again. Car? A sports car. What are we gonna get? So this one must require a control net image and an image. That makes sense, right? Yeah, I think that's what I did wrong. Yeah, cool. Alright, so that's using a depth map. And then this one, yeah, must require an image as well. I wonder which one is which is the depth and which is the... Let's load it and try it. No idea which way around these two go. I would assume that's the right way around, but you know what they say about to assume. A purple sports car? Let's see what it spits out. Generate. That doesn't seem right, does it? Does not seem right. Does not seem right. Does not seem right. Does not seem right. I guess I'll have to come back and do a more in-depth video on this one once I actually know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's Diffuse for the most part. Very similar to Amuse. Very cool. Very fun to play with. It's got video. It's got audio. I will do more in-depth stuff on this. Amuse didn't do audio, or didn't get that far, I don't think. It did a little bit of video, but not as good as this. Yeah, just because it was limited with Onyx and Onyx models, but I'll cover all this stuff in depth in a video. And then all of this stuff very similar to the Amuse. You can play around in these and figure that all out without too much effort. But I'll do some more in-depth videos. But yeah, this is Diffuse. It's very cool, very fun to play with. If there's any specific features you'd like a demonstration or a rundown of, just let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, that's Diffuse. I'll put the link to the GitHub in the video description, and yeah, I'll be back with some more videos, probably just going in depth on all this stuff. I could play with this stuff for hours. It's just fun. It's literally just fun. Like you can type in anything you want, and just you know, it's crazy. It's just crazy fun. It's just fun. I regret hitting load now. This is taking too long. I was just gonna do another couple of examples of silly pictures you can generate. There we go. So literally anything you can think of. A pit bull wearing a tuxedo sailing on a yacht. Is that how you spell yacht? I don't know if that's how you spell yacht. Yeah, I'll figure out what I mean. But okay, that's not perfect. It's a little bit cursed, but you know, like just for such a low effort prompt, just 4.5 seconds, you get this. Like AI is crazy, man. Very fun to play with. But yeah, that's Diffuse in a nutshell. I'll be back with more like in-depth videos on all of these features, just the same way I did with the Muse. But yeah, just yeah, if there's anything you want me to cover in specific, just let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in another one. Sure.